Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's talk a little bit of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, the trilogy match. We hoping that happens soon. Everything kind of smooths out. It's supposed to be going down at the end of the year, right? A lot of people think Deontay Wilder ain't got a chance. But Tyson Fury's the number one dude. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. But I got you about 10 reasons why Deontay Wilder gonna be strong in that fight. And it's just funny how, when you don't have to even watch no uploaders or people's opinions. When you're talking the truth, it's just gonna be similar. I've seen a few things that's similar to what I've been talking about, which was gonna do this yesterday, but just didn't, right? And it's funny. But before I get into that, what's the 10 reasons why Deontay Wilder is going to be stronger in that next fight? Pretty sure a lot of you guys have the same opinion. Let's talk about some other stuff first. Something that just blew me away. And that happened about a half a year ago, but it blew me away. Blew me away. We're wondering why policemen, are under scrutiny, because they're always messing up. We know that they should be screened. We know they should have background checks, and they shouldn't just be getting everybody's a policeman. And I just think basically, hey, you racist, that you can be a policeman, right? No one's doing background checks and stuff like that. And it's just not the policeman, it's higher up. Here's an example of that. I was looking at something the other day. And it was like, it's a policeman in Florida, right? In about 5 different cases. This policeman, he'll stop people, right? And while he's stopping them, ask for all that stuff, driver's registration, all that stuff, then he'll plant some drugs on them. You know what I mean? We know this happens, but to be seen, crystal meth, not no small stuff, something, some hard drugs on them. And these people go to jail, be in jail, doing time. It's hard to explain that, hey, man, that wasn't my crystal meth, man. You know what I'm saying? In 5 different cases. And he got caught because he was on, the body cam. They caught him while he was doing it. In 5 different cases, planted some stuff on these people, and they went to jail. Have to prove to their families, their jobs, everything that they didn't do that, but they're in jail. They have a record now. Things have changed their lives. So anyway, the person, a lawyer was going through the body cams to find out, why these people, because the people were acting a little funny when they got caught, like, hey, this ain't mine and stuff, but you ignore that. So come to find out, the person found out that, wait a minute, he's done this, saw it on the body cam, right? So she went to the district attorney, the highest, lawyer in the state, right? Who was a deputy. So, the second highest lawyer in the whole state. Called him up. Look, we got something. We got a cop who's, rogue. He's out there planting drugs on people in 5 different cases. She got cussed out. It was a she. Got cussed out, and her words was, the dude had a fit. Dude had a fit when he, what are you doing going through the body cam, files and all of that stuff, finding this out on him. Matter of fact, and told her, leave them people in jail. That's what happened. Imagine that. So you can't go to the highest up to tell, hey, wait a minute, we done found somebody planting drugs, changing these people's lives. They're in jail now. He tells them, leave them in jail. Right? Innocent people, leave them in jail, and you don't need to be going behind the cop, find out if he's rogue or not. That's what happened in 5 different cases. Right? Imagine that. Does that get you upset a little bit? Get your juices flowing? Well, if that does, sit down if you ain't sitting down. Right? Because I lied to you. It wasn't 5 cases. It was 119 cases within a 2-year period. 119 times a cop was able to plant some crystal meth on somebody and they're in jail, change their lives. And yes, the district attorney, the highest one, was mad that somebody called and told on him. What does that mean to you? Because what it means to me is systematically. That's what it means. It also means that no one has consciences anymore. The people that are in charge are terminators. They have totally lost it, totally lost any form of empathy to do something. That was the worst news I've heard in months. And we're going through a whole lot of stuff here. But that a cop is running around in 119 cases and on body cam doing it, which means they know that nobody's even looking at the body cam unless they have something on the so-called culprits. Then they look through the body cam. But the police is basically in 119 cases. There should be all policemen on the streets themselves marching against bad policemen. That happened months ago, which means it was under the rug. Think about that. That's extremely, man. I don't even know. I ain't gonna get on the average adjectives for that because I try to keep PG-13 here. But that pissed me the hell off, and that's what's going on. So when you see people in the streets, or you see people on here talking about boxing and what people are capable of, stuff like that. 119 cases. It's 120 cases of somebody planting drugs on somebody who's innocent, and they're in jail and have a criminal record now. So, with that being said, this little stuff we talk about boxing, believe it, right? So, why would Deontay Wilder be a little bit, a little stronger in the next fight? One more thing before we get there. We're talking Tyson Fury, which means we still haven't heard any new news about Martin Carefoot, the old man who said he did not give Tyson Fury any wild boar. That's 3 months ago. And the UKAD was supposed to be reopening investigations. Now, how long does it take you to investigate a 70-year-old man that told you he didn't give nobody no wild boar? Right? No, it's going to be the sweep under the rug. Let time. Time heals all wounds. That's what's going on there. Because that should be big news every day. Hey, still no news on the Martin Carefoot thing. The heavyweight champion of the world is under investigation for lying about doping. Right? Stuff like that. Right? Or the heavyweight champion of the world is suing Martin Carefoot for slander. The heavyweight champion of the world is suing his ex-sparring partners for lying about his gloves. Right? You should be suing somebody if none of these allegations are true. But best thing is, don't say nothing. So now we can get into why I think Deontay Wilder and his 10 reasons why, probably a few more. And you know how it is when you got 10 reasons for something. 7 of them are really potent, and then about 3 of them are just reasons. We'll just see what happens. But number one, I'm going to say this. Deontay Wilder, this is what I've been saying from jump. This is why I love all of the media and all the things that's being said. Since the day after he lost, I loved it since then. It's awesome because you can't take it back of how awesome Tyson Fury is. Bottom line is number one is Deontay Wilder has nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Nothing. This is the first time in his career. This is the first time in his career, man. This dude is pressure free. Pressure free. Lose to Tyson Fury. Now, so big deal you lost to Tyson Fury. You ain't gonna lose that bad. That's almost impossible because actually he could literally just say, okay, well, forget it. Then I'm gonna run around 6, 7 rounds and don't get hit at all. Right? Which would be good. I wouldn't mind if he did it because others have done it. Right? Others have done just run around the ring. I'm gonna run from Tyson Fury. Literally, for a while. And then go 12 rounds with him or something. Right? There's nothing to lose. You can't lose worse than that. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line for him. So it's pretty much a lack of pressure, and he hasn't had that pressure. Yeah, he's got the pressure of his black dude trying to fight and blah blah blah. That pressure you always gonna have. You know, I was the former heavyweight champion of the world, whatever. But I can lose to this guy, right? And I got beat bad in that second fight, so I got nothing to lose. That's one. That's gonna make him stronger. Trust me. Number two is in his mind, he didn't lose at all. I'm telling you that without knowing the man. Deontay Wilder, in his mind, hasn't lost at all because he knows that Tyson Fury cheated. He knows that. Just like I know it and you know it. You know, some of us fathom it, some of us would talk about it, and some won't, but we all know it. You know what I mean? We all know it. Tyson Fury cheated in a damn fight, right? So from Deontay Wilder's perspective and mine as well, this big old dude is running around here cheating. He's lucky he living on this planet where people don't give a damn if he's cheating. But normally, why is this, the biggest guy in boxing right now is a huge behemoth cheating? That gives him motivation, right? And I'm telling you, a lot of boxers think like that. And I'm going to keep mentioning him. Keith Thurman, he doesn't feel he lost to Pacquiao. Pacquiao didn't have to take a drug test. What do we not, that's the biggest headline in the fight is Pacquiao did not take a drug test versus Keith Thurman, so Keith Thurman doesn't think he lost. He barely lost to a fighter that did not have to take a drug test. So did Oscar Rivas versus Dillian White. He doesn't think he lost that fight. And Oscar Rivas is not making noise because somebody must have paid him. Because if he didn't get paid, he would be wanting to rematch. Dillian White is real loud around here talking about all this stuff, and he does not even talking about rematching Oscar Rivas. You were dope, Rivas wasn't. Why isn't Rivas loud? He must have got paid. Bottom line, but he doesn't think he lost to Dillian White. That's for sure. Neither does Carlos Takam, who lost to Povetkin, and Povetkin was full of meldonium, and that's for for stamina. And Carlos Takam was saying then, how did I get knocked out in round 11 with some dude late in the fight? I forgot what round 11 I think it was. Late, he was complaining, how does somebody so strong around 11? Meldonium, right? So they don't believe they lost. Neither does Deontay Wilder, right? He didn't lose in his mind, so he'll be all right. Number three is Deontay Wilder's base will be stronger, right? Deontay Wilder got people who are behind him, and most of the time it's black people, unfortunately, because we know what time it is. We know that people, Deontay Wilder, like I said before, would be a lot more famous if he was on any other country except America. Even countries, white countries, totally white countries like Poland, because Uganau is famous in Poland, right? Uganau was famous. We seen Germany adopt, well, they was white, but they adopted the Ukraine brothers. Countries would adopt if he was anywhere else, just America, right? Just America. So his base will be stronger. You know what I mean? It'll be a little bit stronger this time because a few people who are not just extremely racist. I told you there's levels to racism. If somebody's really a little racist, it's gonna be like, well, but this is unfair what's going on to this dude, and I don't hate him that much. It's not like I hate him to just really really hate him real bad. A lot of people uh, don't hate that much, and so they get on the side of the underdog, and Deontay Wilder is definitely an underdog here, right? So that his base will be a lot stronger. Watch for that. Which brings me to number four. Deontay Wilder won't be booed as much, right? Going through this Black Lives Matters, um, and everyone, like I said again, everyone knows Fury cheated, and so he's not gonna. They're not gonna be willing to boo Deontay Wilder that much right about now, right? People, we're compensating for all the transgressions America has had. We're compensating right now, and sometimes we're overcompensating. Like, for example, I'll give you an example why I think we're overcompensating. Is where we're trying to take movies off, the old movies. It's a part of history. I don't think Gone with the Wind or movies like that where we knew racism was there and people were being downtrodden and stuff, black people. I don't watch these movies that much. My sister always get on me about that. You don't watch black movies. Because I'm already militant enough. I don't need to get more pissed. You know what I mean? So I kind of stay away from them a lot. I get to them when I get to them after all the sport and stuff. But I'm not in a hurry to watch a movie where black people are being downtrodden. But I think it's important. It's important for everybody to be able to see so you can get disgusted. And that when you just take it away, then the new generation not gonna know about it. And then you're gonna be telling you, I haven't been through this. I've never been through this. And then piss you off was about I don't. So what, you ain't been through it? It exists. So those movies are important for that aspect as well as just it's a part of American history. I don't think we should be taking the movies off. I don't think we should go that far. That's a little bit of overcompensating, but whatever. Number five, another reason. I think Fury will be scrutinized. He's going to be scrutinized. Now, people are acting like they're not paying attention to these gloves, right? Not paying attention to Martin Carefoot and all that, but they are, right? They really are. So Fury's going to have to be clean here and have to not cheat here, right? And that is going to be a problem, right? The scrutiny of Tyson Fury is going to be important. That's the fifth reason. Number six will be Fury is going to have to adjust, right? He's going to have to adjust a little bit because he's been cheating with these gloves for a while, right? And just think about it. There's a distance thing here. Like you're thinking, well, what do you mean? But, well, if you're flicking that jab out there and flicking it out there, or when you come with the left hook, right? Let's make sure this is clear. Fury still has to land these punches, and he landed them when your gloves are messed up. You still got to land punches, and he did land them. So you got to give Fury that. Kudos for landing the punches. But, for example, you throw in a left hook, and somebody moves forward so it can go behind their head. The guy that moved forward, he got hit with a hard fist now. Moving ahead. And he wondered, how the hell am I hurt? And this is supposed to hit me behind my head. And you got hit in the jaw because his fist is somewhere it wasn't supposed to be on the glove. People are not thinking about that. That's an adjustment that Fury's going to have to make. That's a small adjustment because Fury with them left hooks, right? You inside of your glove actually is not the inside of Fury's glove. This is the fist coming around there knocking you in the jaw, right? and it's hitting people because the person's that you move back automatically, but when you try to move inside to do a little something, do something else, or move inside of it, and it's supposed to go behind, bam, it knocked you knocked you out, damn near, right? That's an adjustment for Fury, right? Because he's like I said, he's been doing this a while. This is not new. And if everybody that's found me, if you like I said before, a lot of times I like to make sure people are clear. If you found me somewhere on the internet, not monetized and what all of that, it's hard to find me. If you found me, you know these things, probably pretty much. You know what I mean? You know damn well. You've seen them gloves flapping and where that fist is. So if you've been doing that, you've been hearing from his sparring partners saying he's been doing that. He's used to doing that. So there's going to be an adjustment because you won't be able to do that in this fight. You won't. It's going to be a Christian Hammer type atmosphere, which means the referee going to check that before. I'm talking about he's going to show the camera. The camera going to be over there and everything. They're going to show him looking at those gloves because everybody know. The mainstream media is still not talking about that because it's embarrassing to start talking about it now because they should have right away. So that's why they're not, right? So, but they know about it. They will be on it. Trust me, right? Now, number 7, Fury's expectations, right? Fury's expectations. Hey, he's the baddest heavyweight. He can beat everybody. Look, him and Joshua, Fury's the favorite in that fight already. Fury's going to be the favorite in this fight against Deontay Wilder. Fury's the favorite against anybody. He is the boxing king right now. They're talking about him making $1 trillion or something. Like he's going to make all this money. He's going to make more than Floyd Mayweather in all the accolades, right? He's been compared to Muhammad Ali. All these accolades is coming his way, right? Even though they know he cheated, but it don't matter. All that stuff coming his way. He's the king. All the expectations, all the pressure is on Tyson Fury to perform, to beat Deontay Wilder. And you know what's funny? To beat him good. Because you better not run from him. Now you remember you walked up on him and beat him down. So the expectation here is that Fury is going to walk Wilder down again and beat the hell out of him. So that's what he's got to do. Good luck with that, right? Good luck with that. Number 8. It's gonna make Deontay Wilder stronger here. Number 8, and that's Deontay Wilder don't like Tyson Fury no more. He liked Tyson Fury the whole time, but after somebody cheats you like that, right? You ain't gonna like him no more. And the last people Deontay Wilder didn't like got beat up pretty damn bad. Remember Dominic Brazil? That's a big punch taker. He's a big volume puncher, and he takes a wallop. Took Anthony Joshua a whole lot of punches to get Dominic Brazil out of there. You got one punch walloped by Deontay Wilder. They had history. Dominic Brazil pissed them off. They had a whole lot of history. We know about it. That was personal fight. And Dominic Brazil wanted Deontay Wilder. He wanted him bad. Been talking for years. Wanted Deontay Wilder bad. You got what you wanted, right? The other one is Bermane Stiverne, who I had a lot of respect for because Bermane Stiverne, people try to ignore like Bermane Stiverne wasn't nothing. Bermane Stiverne had beat Chris Arreola twice when Chris Arreola was Chris Arreola. Those are some big wins for Bermane Stiverne. I was really happy for him, even though I rolled me some Chris Arreola. But I was happy for Bermane Stiverne because he was the underdog in the fight. And in the second fight, he shouldn't even have to have it. They should just gave him the title. But he had to fight Chris Arreola again and did it again. I thought that was really awesome from Bermane Stiverne, right? But Stiverne had total confidence, disdain for Deontay Wilder, thought he could beat him, and was talking smack, and didn't want to do any other fights except for Deontay Wilder. Told Deontay Wilder he was going to kill him, right? People don't even, that's probably why Deontay Wilder said, I'm going to want a body, because he said he was going to kill me, right? But anyway, what happened to Bermane Stiverne? Highlight reel in the back of the ropes with your hands all the way back. I didn't know Bermane Stiverne was that flexible, man. His legs all in the back. Messed up, wasn't he? Tell the truth. Those are two guys who went further than just the normal smack talking that happens before boxing matches. So be careful for that. Deontay Wilder don't like Fury no more. That's number 8. Number 9 is, for the first time, Deontay Wilder got tips from some legends. George Foreman definitely, and others. Right? That's a new territory for Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? Because Deontay Wilder only got hate from legends. People wondering, I know why. It's like, man, how's this dude just learn how to fight at 19, 20 years old, come out here knocking out all these dudes? And they pay attention to weight. Like, people don't. They just say heavyweight. But Deontay, he's too skinny and little to be knocking out dudes 20, 30, 40 pounds heavier than him. What the hell is going on? Right? So it starts with a little, jealousy, a little hate first. And then after a while, it's like, man, but listen, man, we got a heavyweight champion, and he's handling his business, right? So he's lost. A lot of people understand why. So he's gotten tips from legends because you lost in a way where legends could probably help you. And that would bring me to his the 10th reason that he's going to be strong is no matter what, you lost. When you lose, you're going to be humble. A little bit more humble. Deontay Wilder's pretty humble as it is, to be honest with you. You look through what he's saying and this and that. Deontay Wilder's humble, right? But you win all the time. You knock people out all of the time, right? Somebody cheated you. It doesn't matter. But you lost the fight in front of the world, right? And then they try to make fun of you about your suit and all of that stuff when you talk about your suit. And it wasn't even like, hey, why you lost? My suit. That's when you would have made fun. What do asking, do you think what do you think could be the problem? Well, I don't know. Could have been this and it could have been that. Could have been that damn suit, right? In the middle of a lot of other things he said could have been, right? Boom. Oh, he said the suit. That's how they did him. That's why he's not talking to the media. But I know one damn thing. He's going to be very humble, which means he's going to be working on things. And I call it the wow principle. Guys, I coach before they know that, damn, I'm so sick of him talking about that damn wow principle. But because when I come in the gym, I don't like to see people working on stuff that they're good at, right? It's like I don't need to see you do no right hand layups around me. Man, I can teach 6-year-olds. They do right hand layups. And I don't want to see none of that. You can't dribble with your other hand. You can't finish with your other hand, which means you're easy to defend once you get on a higher level. Don't want to get too much of my tricks out. But anyway, bottom line is the wow principle. Work on weaknesses. That's what you need to be doing. So, bottom line is he'll be humble enough to be doing that. He will be working on his weaknesses, and he's had a lot of time to do so. We seen him when the hand got broke, how he was working on the left, the left. And that was important because if he didn't have a left hand, he sure as hell wouldn't have beat Chris Arreola with a torn bicep and a broke hand at one time. You weren't going to beat Chris Arreola without the left hand. And luckily he had broke it before, so his left hand was okay. So he'll be fine. So bottom line, those are the 10 reasons why Deontay Wilder will be stronger when he fights Tyson Fury, which means we'll have a great damn fight ahead of us. I know we're talking about Fury versus Joshua. Bob Arum basically said, man, that wasn't even news. That was just Eddie Hearn just talking. Everybody knows that if Fury beats Deontay Wilder and Joshua beats Pulev, they're going to fight. Everyone knows it's going to be 50-50. There's no news there. That's what Bob Arum said. That's why I don't come on here to say nothing about that. Plus, I don't go on Instagram. I don't give a damn about Instagram and none of that stuff. So, but the bottom line is this. That's not news, you know? But talking about it, act like you looking past Deontay Wilder and Kubrat Pulev for that matter, right? Because Kubrat Pulev ain't no joke neither, by the way. But that's kind of ludicrous to be doing that, but it's kind of putting, put a little oil or gas on the fire, piss a little people off. So that's going to be very, very interesting when we see this fight. And actually, for me, I can sit back this time and just actually chill because it really doesn't matter what the outcome is to me personally. Deontay Wilder can actually lose the fight. Like I told you, I've seen his run, and his run was awesome. It's historic for me. I enjoyed it every step of the way because I didn't have no hate for the man, right? So if he loses this, well, hey, that's it. So big deal. Can't beat this guy. There's a whole lot of people I can name that had somebody they couldn't beat. So that's why it's not a big thing. That don't mean nobody else is gonna be stepping to him. Feel me? So those are 10 reasons. What y'all think? Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, and I'm up out of here. Getting hot.